Oh my gosh, it is my favorite morning of the week. It is it is Tuesday morning. Feels like a Monday here in the US because, yesterday was a holiday, but here we are, Tuesday morning, and it is 11:30 Eastern, and we are here live like we are every Tuesday morning at 11:30 Eastern to for my weekly Ask Me Anything. This is the opportunity for you to ask me questions about anything marketing related, grow your business, how to be a more successful entrepreneur. So I do have a topic lined up for today, and this is a question that came in since last Tuesday. And this is a question that I hear people asking quite a bit, and it's how can I be successful in during inflation? How can I be successful as an entrepreneur through a recession? Now, I'm going to start by saying I am not an economist by any stretch. You shouldn't listen to me about anything that has to do with money or the economy. I only know from my very limited scope of building a business and being wildly successful in all types of economic conditions, the things to do. So I'm not going to tell you what to do with your bank accounts or your investments accounts. You're going to have to figure that one out on your own. So I see some people that are here already, and I'm so grateful that you are here. This is going to be a little bit more of a serious conversation today because I am asked this question so often about when times get tough, how do I continue to be successful in my business? And so here we are, and this is just so very interesting to me. We're in a period of inflation where everything seems to be costing more, and then there's also this concept of skimpflation. Have you heard that word? And I literally witnessed skimflation over the weekend. I would show you the picture, but I don't even think I can get it up on my phone that easily. I took my kids out for lunch at a local restaurant, and two of my kids each ordered a hot dog. The hot dog showed up on the plate. It was a half a hot dog. They took it, they sliced it right down the middle, and there it was sitting on this gigantic roll. You know what? You don't believe me. I'm going to show you a picture of this nonsense. It literally just blew my mind. And I'm going to find those pictures. Bear with me one second. Hang here. You'll be glad. Oh, I got it right here. You ready for this? Look at this. You want to see evidence of inflation and skimflation? I'll give that a second to focus. I don't know if it will. There it is. That's what you get for a hot dog when you go out to eat now. They slice it down the middle. And to prove that they slice it down the middle, it's still full price. Was that this year was over $7. That was over $7 to get that thing. And then luckily they gave the other half to the other kid. So that is what you get for $7. That's what you get for $7. Okay, so you're looking for evidence that that things are a bit wacky. You think that business is going to be around long? Pulling that kind of nonsense? I doubt it. We see it everywhere. We see it everywhere. Most of the things that I do are done via service. I don't really go grocery shopping. I have everything's kind of just delivered here, but you see it. You just see it everywhere. Prices are up, quantities are down. And sure, if you're a restaurant and you want to survive, maybe buy smaller hot dogs. But to pay $7 and change and to have a hot dog like that show up on a plate, I don't know. That concerns me a little bit. I don't think they're going to be around long. But we're not here to talk about hot dogs. We're here to talk about being an entrepreneur and how you can be successful during inflation and during a recession. I don't even know if we're in a recession. Cicely Simpson is joining us. That Cicely is like one of the most genius people I know, especially about things government. And I don't know, Cicely, if you can tell us, but if we are in a recession, I don't even know because I don't watch the news and I don't really pay attention to things except for half a hot dogs showing up on my plate. So, my question for you is, Cicely, if you can tell us, are we in one? But that's going to bring me to my very first point, which is, and I have a really, really big point to make to you fakers out there, you people who started your consulting businesses or your coaching businesses you had no right to do so, but you did anyway. Cicely says, not a recession yet, but heading that way quickly. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for that insight, Cicely. I appreciate that. So we know we're in inflation. We know we're heading towards a recession. What are you going to do to be successful? The very first thing that you're going to do is you're going to turn the news off. You're going to stop watching the news. You're going to consume exactly what you need to live your life. And then you are going to just keep your head down and you're going to keep moving forward. This is just a little bit of motivation for you. Turn the news off, keep your head down, and keep focused. Now, what are the things that you can keep focused on to be successful during inflation or during a recession? I'm going to get to that. That's coming up. But listen, if you're serious about being successful and you're serious about building a wildly successful business that can survive no matter what the economic conditions, we should be having a conversation. And you should jump on my calendar at prouty.me. That's my last name.me, where we'll spend some time brainstorming about the one thing you should be doing right now to ensure success. I've got like 35 different strategies, and every person's just a little bit different. Eileen, I see you out there saying layoffs have already begun at companies. That's interesting to me. Eileen, can you pop in the chat prouty.me so that the good people who are here joining us can see that and they can get on that link. But if you're serious about making it through this inflation and this recession as an entrepreneur, let me share with you the one thing you should be doing right now to make sure that happens. And I've got 21 years of experience helping people do this. We've gone through multiple times of inflation, potential recessions. 2008, great example. If you want to learn the one thing based on my experience that you should be doing, let's just hop on a call and brainstorm. Prouty.me, my last name.me. Take care of that in short order. So you are here, you've turned the news off, you've got your blinders on, you're staying focused on your job. What can you do to make sure that you're going to get through this thing? Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you're servicing a group of people who you are inspired to service. You're going to make sure that you're servicing a group of people that you love to be around and that you love to talk to. That's going to amplify your effectiveness as an entrepreneur. If you're going through difficult times, if you're going through inflation, potential recession, and everybody's kind of freaking out and nobody's in a good mood anywhere and you're eating half hot dogs everywhere you go, you might as well be doing it for people that you love spending time with, people that you can open up to, and people that you can really provide a huge impact on the things that they do. They're going to value you more. They're going to be more willing to hire you because you're able to talk to them totally differently than the people you can't stand being around. And that's going to provide you with a foundation for your business that will last any type of economic conditions. In the good times, the money's going to be flowing to you. In the bad times and the struggling times, you're still going to have income and people coming to you because you're inspired to be working with them. Okay, so write that down in your notes, that the number one thing that you can do to create a solid foundation to help outlast terrible economic conditions is that you should always be focused on serving people that highly inspire you. In fact, I just got off an accountability meeting in my flagship program, Growth Galvanized, which is for high-performing people who are looking to get to multiple six figures per year in their businesses. And I get together with these people and we have accountability, we have training, we have mindset training. By the way, if that kind of an organization sounds good to you, if that kind of an arrangement sounds good to you, where you're surrounded in a mastermind by people like you, just reach out through prouty.me, my last name.me, and I will introduce you to what that program is like. That's a life-changing program that's been going on. We're in our second year now, and people are just going crazy in that thing. So if that sounds intriguing to you, just jump on prouty.me. I'm not going to try to sell it to you. It pretty much, when you hear about it, you're like, okay, this is right for me. And that's great. And if it's not right for you, that's cool too. So I was just on this, in this accountability call, in this mastermind with my Growth Galvanized team. And we were talking about the people who inspire us the most and the people that we're most inspired to serve. And I listened to people in there who are working with the people that they love working with. You would never know that there's inflation. You'd never know that there's a looming recession. In fact, there's one person in that community who had, in the first 2 quarters of 2022, has broken all income records of their life, their business life. And this is someone who's been in business for 30 years. So you wouldn't know that there's inflation or a looming recession based on how these people are performing. And the reason is that they're servicing people that inspire them. They're servicing people that they love to be around. That changes everything for you. I'm talking to you. That changes everything for you. You might hear a kid screaming out there because there's a kid out there who thinks it's okay to eat a plate of Oreos for lunch, and it's not. And that's why a kid is screaming out there. So if you hear that in the background, take note. You do not get a plate of Oreos for lunch. I don't care how persuasive you think you are. So these people are so incredibly inspired to be servicing the people that they're servicing that the threat of recession, inflation, is not affecting their businesses. And that's why I created that mastermind like that. I'd love to share details about that with you if that's something that intrigues you. Okay, so the first thing is, when you're servicing people who inspire you, it makes everything better for you. It's going to make all of your advertising better. It's going to make all of your social media better. It's going to help you stand out. Even though everyone is kind of freaking out, you're still going to stand out because everything becomes more effective when you're targeting people who inspire you. So point number one, write this down, please, is always be focusing on servicing people who absolutely inspire you. And no matter what the economic conditions, that's going to change your messaging in profound ways. Okay, so I hope you wrote that down, because when you're marketing during tough times, when you are marketing during a recession or during a potential recession or inflation, your marketing needs to be incredibly targeted and specific. Now, I'm not talking about niching down here. I think that's a mistake, especially during a recession. Niching down could be the death knell for you during a recession. So instead of niching down, simply say to yourself, what is the group of people that inspire me the most? How can I be of absolute service to those people? For me, it's entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, consultants, professional service providers. I could talk to these people day in and day out. In fact, when a couple of days go by and I don't talk, especially to my mastermind group, everybody's kind of like, what's happening? It's like, whoa, what happened? And when we had a holiday like yesterday, we weren't as in touch with each other. And then we get together in accountability today, and it's like, okay, here we are. Surround yourself with the people who inspire you the most, okay? That's going to make your campaigns more targeted, more effective. It's going to make your language better, more effective, and that's going to bring people to you. Okay, now we have to have a very hard conversation. And I hope this resonates with you. If you're here live, if you're watching this on a replay, we do have to have the hard conversation. And the hard conversation is about the fake gurus, the fake coaches, the fake consultants, the fake service providers that have popped up in enormous numbers over the past, say, 18 months to 2 years. I'm going to quote Elon Musk when he said last week in response to a tweet, "It has been raining money on fools," and the work from home, or the condition, I'm done quoting, the condition of not having to go into an office has lulled people into this is my quote, it has lulled people into a false sense of security that you don't need to work hard anymore. I literally want to take these people and go, you're out of your minds. These are I'm going to be kind. You're wrong. If you're watching this and you think that you don't have to work hard anymore for success, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. And you're going to be poor. And you're going to fail at everything that you do. And I want you to hear those words, and I want you to realize that you're being tricked. The government has helped you out for the past couple of years. And that's been very nice. Thank you. Thank you, government, for helping us all out, right? But that's giving you this false sense of security that money's going to come from nowhere. It's not. You have to work for the money that you're going to earn, and you have to work hard for it. So if you're sitting around kind of putting off the things that you need to do to be successful because you've gotten into this comfortable lifestyle, cut the crap. Grow up and act like an adult who is trying to run a business, because it's the only way that's going to work. And if you're one of those people who was doing something, I don't even want to say what kind of careers because I offend too many people when I say this, but you were out there doing the thing and you left and you're like, oh, I think I'm just going to become a life coach because I have a life. I think I'm going to become a life coach. No word of a lie here. I had someone apply to my program that was, and I'm going to use this as an example. They were a barista at a coffee place, and the coffee place shut down, and they came to me and they said, I want to become a life coach. So my first question is, what credentials do you have to be a life coach? And they said, well, I don't really have any, and I'm hoping you can help me figure out what I can teach people to do. You've got to be kidding me, you idiot. You've got to be kidding me. If you're one of these people who has been by the way, you're also lulled into this security because everybody touts how much success they have everywhere. No one talks about their failures. So you're scrolling through your Instagram feed, looking at people driving their G-Wagons, thinking that everybody can just do this like this without doing any work. You're wrong, you idiot. You're wrong. I'm not talking to you people who are successful. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who have sprung up and become competition to you and are taking your clients away, and they're doing a terrible job. And now these people are coming to you going, well, I hired somebody else and they screwed me and I feel burned. It's because they're lazy. They are deceived. They're tricked. They are looking at through their feeds and they're seeing all these evidence of success, but it's not, it's fake. It's all fake. It's all fake, and it's all there to trick you. So if you're one of those people and you happen to stumble across this video and you've hung out with me through the half a hot dog conversation and you're here now, it's time for you to cut it out. It's time for you to grow up and to do the hard work to be a successful entrepreneur. And if that means that you decided to become some sort of a coach, but you don't know how to be a coach, you got to go figure it out. You've got to go get the results for yourself and for some people that are close to you, and then start to bring that out as a business. You might not have time. But the good news is nobody wants to work anymore, so there are jobs everywhere. I know Eileen Ryan, get hired rapidly, is telling us layoffs are happening, but you could still go get a job somewhere. You should actually talk to Eileen. 100% success in getting people hired, even in this economic condition. But look if you're a fake coach, you're a fake expert, you're a fake guru who decided you didn't want to go back and you're just going to become the thing that you think you want to become, you've got to grow up and do it the right way. Because you guys, you other people, the people who are here now, who are the experts and who have spent the time learning how to do this, if you can endure the next short period of time during inflation, during recession, right? If you can endure that and you can still have clients coming in because of point number one, you're working for people who inspire you and they know it. If you can endure that, you're going to emerge on the other side of this. When money opens up, you're going to emerge as the sole source for the solutions people are seeking. And that's where you're going to have massive amounts of success. But you've got to be able to endure. So how do you endure? This is point number two. Point number two is you're doing something for this group of people that inspire you. You're doing something that deeply inspires you. And I know I keep using that word, inspire and inspiration, but it's true. Because inspiration, when you're with people who inspire you and you're doing something that inspires you, it works in your brain in a magical way. We don't have time to get into it today, but please have faith that when you do things, I'll tell you, when you do things that inspire you for people who inspire you, you are triggering chemicals in the neocortex. The neocortex is your evolved part of your brain. It allows you to work in a very, very effective way and come up with the best solutions for people. So when you work for people who inspire you and you do something that inspires you, your neocortex is on fire. It's like a rocket ship. And what it does is it shuts down the other parts of your brain, shuts down your basal ganglia, shuts down your limbic system. The basal ganglia and the limbic system are tricking you into thinking that you can just stay home and not work hard anymore. Okay, so the idiots who feel that way, you can tell who they are. And I feel bad when I look at them. I'm like, oh, your basal ganglia and your limbic system have tricked you again. And I can tell when they're not stimulating their neocortex through things that inspire them. You can just tell by observation. And these are the people who are tricking everyone into thinking that they're as good as you and they're stealing your business, they're burning them, and now you're not getting this business anymore. I'm looking over into the chat. I want to make sure. You guys okay? Everybody okay? Quick check-in in the chat. You guys okay with this? Am I scaring you? If you're a fake guru, let me know in the chat that you're here because I'm talking to you. So you're working for a group of people who inspire you. You're doing something that inspires you. The people who don't understand this just say, do what you love, right? Okay, do what you love. Do what inspires you. Do what gets you into that flow state where time vanishes. Why does time vanish? It's called global transient amnesia. Global transient amnesia is the passage of time without you realizing that it passed. You've all experienced it. You've been driving down the road. Suddenly 40 miles go by and you're like, I don't remember any of that. It's because you were in a state where your basal ganglia, your limbic system had been shut down. Your neocortex had been firing for some reason, and it just calmed you down and you went into a flow state. Get into a state of work where you can do that. Get into a state of work where you just go. And then you look at the clock and you're like, where'd those 5 hours go? Where'd those 4 hours go? Don't make it more than 4 hours. And cautiously stay hydrated while you're doing it. Cicely Simpson. Cautiously stay hydrated while you're doing that. So you've got a group of people that you love to be around. You've got a service that puts you into that flow state that stimulates your neocortex. And you've got these people who are exchanging money with you for that service. This is the foundation for enduring any marketing condition or any economic condition, marketing through any economic condition. You are providing tremendous amounts of value for these people. It is what we call account-based marketing, but this is truly inspiration-based marketing because you're marketing towards your highest inspirations, and that's going to cause you to emerge. Now, understand this. Let's go back to the fake gurus, the fake coaches, the fake consultants, all of these people who are ripping people off, who have emerged over the past couple of years. The good news for you, my professional friends, is if you're able to do this, all of those people are going to go away, because they will not economically survive what's coming. They won't be able to pay their bills. They're going to have to go and get the job. They're going to have to go and do the thing. They're still not going to want to work hard. That's going to take time for that to turn. That is not a motorboat. That is a cruise ship that is going to turn around slowly. People will one day again realize you need to work hard to be successful. But these people who have just popped up everywhere, right? Yes, Monica, I see you out there saying, I love working with nurses. I do know you do. I do know that. These people who have just popped up, they don't have a group that inspires them. They don't have a service that inspires them. They're trying to replicate the fake success that they see on Instagram and on TikTok. They're trying to replicate that fake success. They're never going to be able to do it. They're just not, because it doesn't work that way. You're going to emerge as the sole source for the solutions people are seeking if you can endure. So how do you endure? You endure by doing the things that we've talked about, the 3 things that we've talked about today. Having a group of people that you love working for, doing something that you love to do, and getting paid beautifully for it. When you're able to do that, money will flow to you no matter what. But all of the fakes are not inspired. They're not doing something that inspires them. Evidence, I have clear evidence of that. You see it, you do too. Just look around you, you do. and they're not getting paid for it. And if they are getting paid for it, they're charging so little for it, people aren't taking them seriously. You will emerge as the sole source for the solutions that people are seeking if you are able to just endure just for a little while. So we're being more targeted. We're working for the people who inspire us the most. We're doing the things that we love to do and we're getting paid for it. We're doing things more effectively because we're writing and creating videos in our marketing to this group of people. Look, I'm talking to you right now, you entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, you coaches and consultants, whoever you are. I'm talking to you because I love talking to you. And I'm able to just go for 25 minutes unscripted to help you because you inspire me the most. And what I'm telling you inspires me the most. And if you like what you're hearing, maybe you'll consider getting on Prouty.me and explore either my starter program, which will help you get to 6 figures, or you're already at 6 figures and you want to get beyond that. You want to get to mid 6 figures. You want to get to we have people that are getting to 7 figures. Then you'll look at that program. Just hop on Prouty.me, tell you all about it. I'm not going to sell it to you because I don't have to sell it because people come to me every day wanting it. And if it's right for you, it's right for you. And if it's not right for you, that's fine. You'll at least leave the call with the one thing you should be doing right now to start getting clients during difficult times. So my last name, Prouty.me, gets you on my calendar. I will tell you the one thing that you should be doing right now. I'll probably tell you about my programs, but I'm not going to try to pressure you into joining them. That never works. You'll join if you see the value. And I certainly hope you do. So we are in difficult times. The hot dog proves it. For those of you who joined late, the hot dog proves it. Look at this nonsense. A hot dog from a restaurant that was literally cut in half and put on a roll. That is ludicrous. That is ludicrous. This is going to be my new axiom, the half a hot dog principle. Don't let the half a hot dog mess your business up. It is time for you to not raise your prices, but instead maintain your pricing levels to pay respect for the people that are going to hire you. It is time for you to give more and more and more, because the more you're able to give, the more people see the transformation you're able to give them. It is time for you to educate every step of the way by talking to the people who you love to work for, talking about the thing that you love to do. And when you're able to do that, people are going to realize that it's you and it's not them. And that is going to build your business during inflation, during a potential recession. And then when it's over, you will be the only one standing. And do you know what it's like to be the only one standing when the wallets open back up and the bank accounts open back up? And all of the fakes, all the fake gurus, all the idiots are going to be working somewhere else. They're going to be delivering your food to you. They're going to be doing the other things. And you're poised for wild success. But you have to stay focused. And you have to put those blinders on. You have to turn off the news. And you have to be every single day saying, who is it that I want to talk to today? What is it that I want to do for them? And how can I get beautifully paid for it? And if you can't figure that out, but you know you have something that can change an industry, please get on my calendar, please, because I will show you the one thing you should be doing right now to bring that inspiration to market. It's my last name, Prouty.me. Would love to show you that one thing that you should be doing. A bunch of people still on here live. And if you're here on the recording, now would be a genius time to click the subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications to get an alert every time I do something nutty like this. I'm happy to come on and yell at you as much as you would like. And I thank you so much for being with me here today. I'm going to hang out in the chat for just a few more minutes. As we hit the top of the hour, I like to keep these things short to a half an hour so you can get to your lunch. I'll hang out in the chat for a few more minutes if there's anything you want to chat about. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I just see some subscribers come in. You guys are all amazing. You really do need to get back to work and get focused. This is a great week to work, by the way. This week, everybody's kind of just chilling out and taking this week off. you could blow past them if you just push down on the gas just a little bit this week. Your competition is like still eating hamburgers and cleaning up from fireworks. If you just worked a little extra hard this week, do you know how much progress you could make? A lot. A lot. Because there are people right now, hear this, last point, write this down. Please write this down. There are people right now in mass quantities who are seeking the services that you provide. I'm talking to all of you, Eileen, Cicely, Monica, Sally. I'm talking to every single one of you, the other people, a bunch of people that are here. There are hundreds, thousands of people who are right now seeking your services. And the only thing that you need to do is be in front of them. The only thing you need to do is get them to see your message. While your competition is chilling out at the beach this week or wherever they are, Roy, wherever they are, you should be in front of those people. That's how you win. I'm done. I'm going to hang out in the chat for a few minutes if there's anything you want to say. Let me know if you're hearing the replay, what your biggest takeaway was. You guys are amazing. I'll see you next week.